passion you more than life and just work?
I think immediately I got up and I went to my closet and I started pulling my clothes out.
Living a simple life, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to be intentional. What's easy is going with the flow. It is basically the intentional use of the resources.
국물도 맛있는데?
진짜 맛있다.
고생했네.
맛있어? my god.